will be approved. Instead, it will be called Douglas Commonwealth, I think. But for better clue, let's go Safari and Google to see about. No, that was checking Google's earlier. Sorry about that. Let's go to Google. Right. Now let's do that. Now, let's type in approving Washington D.C. as a state. On November 8th, 2016, let's go here. House approved measure to make Washington, D.C. a state. The House approved a measure to make Washington, D.C. the 51st state on Friday. Continue. The House approved a measure to make Washington, D.C. the 51st state on Friday, marking the first time a statehood proposal has passed in either chamber of Congress, though it will not get a vote in the Senate. The legislation passed 232 to 180, with only one Democrat joining Republicans to vote against it. The legislation, tilted 8.R.51, will create the state of Washington, Douglas Commonwealth, named after Frederick Douglass. The district has a population of over 700,000 people, larger than the populations of Wyoming and Vermont. D.C. residents have no voting representation in Congress. Eleanor Holmes Norton represents D.C. in Congress as a non-voting delegate. The United States is the only democratic country that denies voting rights in national legislature and local autonomy to the residents of the nation's capital. Norton said in a speech on the House floor ahead of the vote. Norton also spoke about the importance of the vote in personal terms. My great-grandfather, Richard Holmes, was escaped as a slave from the Virginia plantation, made it as far as D.C., a walk to freedom, but not to equal citizenship. For 3 generations, my family has been denied the rights of other Americans take for granted, Norton said. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has said he will not bring the legislation to the Senate floor. Republicans have expressed oppositions to Washington, D.C. statehood, largely because the city is strongly Democratic. Republicans Senator Tom argued in a speech on the Senate floor Thursday that Wyoming is smaller, but it is a well-rounded working-class state. Hawaii Senator Ryan Scott, a Democrat, retorted in a tweet that D.C. residents shouldn't be deprived of representation just because Tom Cotton didn't think they had right jobs. You can read the rest eventually. Sorry about the background noise. You can read the rest eventually if you go to the same place, okay? Because you could go there. Like where I went. I went here. So you can read more about